All right, Unitic here, trying a little experiment. Never done recording with my phone while on the move before, but if I do it with my regular camera on the stick pick, then it's on an SD card that I usually got to wait till I'm somewhere I either have access to a good computer, can upload it, or have to ship the SD card home. And I just wanted to do a quick update this morning and try this, see how bad I mess it up. Anyway, it's about 12:15 on Monday, April 20th. Happy birthday to my second cousin, Stanzi Littlefield. He's getting ready to head off to Mongolia here next month for 27 months on a Peace Corps assignment. I'll tell you what, my hat's off to her. That's fearlessness, but it sure sounds like a great adventure. Anyway, only been out about an hour or so this morning. Had a big rainstorm last night. Luckily, I got to camp early in the day, did about 13 miles, a little more maybe. And let this car pass. It's all road walking, and it's hard on you. My feet and knees were feeling it, and luckily the 13-mile mark was a primitive camping area at a place called Redden State Forest. It was perfect, had access to water, picnic table. Good news is I stayed dry, my sleeping bag stayed dry, and my sleeping pad stayed dry, but the tent got soaked. I had probably one of 3 campsites that by morning time weren't underwater. Some skill, a lot of luck, and luckily it stopped raining about 8 a.m. after 12 straight hours, and I was able to dry out some stuff, remind myself about all the things I learned on the AT about waterproofing the things you most need to stay dry. But the sun's gonna come out later on today, and it'll dry everything out. I'll get my tent pitched and be back in business. Geez, I thought I was picking the perfect time to do this. Had a quiet stretch on the road for the first time. I couldn't really record. Been so much traffic on these roads, and pull the camera out and attracted the cars to me. Anyway, heading west, gonna pass through Bridgeville, Delaware today, about 10 miles in, and hopefully we'll find someplace not too far west from there to camp for the night. Trying to keep it relatively modest here to begin, you know, 12 to 14 mile range. So I let my body adapt a bit before I push it harder. That's all I really need to do to get into Washington, D.C. by April the 30th, because I'm really looking forward to participating in the Mayday Project's Lyme disease protests on the 30th and the 1st, Thursday and Friday, at the headquarters of the Infectious Diseases Society of America, the self-appointed governing body and czar of what's a disease and what's not in this country, who continues to ignore all science to the contrary and maintains their commitment that chronic Lyme disease does not exist and Lyme cannot persist after a short course of antibiotics. Patient evidence to the contrary, and lots of peer-reviewed, published research reports. But, you know, we just keep at it. It's the way you get across the country, one step at a time. It's the way you change sometimes the face of what seems like a immovable object. You just make yourself the irresistible force. Anyway, that's all for today. This is still a little longer than I thought, but hopefully I'll be able to upload this to YouTube later on. Unitic out.